in the butt. A what in the butt. A what in the butt. All right. Oh, but it says that we are live. So now I start off by saying, what is going on, guys? My name is Matt Freeman, and I like to talk a lot. And I'm here after way too long. Don't you bark. Next, if I could maybe just without making you fall, because it's the last thing I need. I got my computer working again currently. I got a piece of wood. Oh, now my Xbox is in the way. Dang it. Oh no, don't turn on. Okay, whatever. Xbox is on now. Oh, shit. Okay. Nothing important. So, hey, Holly. How's it going? Can't even see my face. All you get to see of me right now is this piece of wood in my body. Oh, yeah, look at that. So now you're going to see part of it in there. Ha ha ha. I got my computer currently working. And so obviously the light was shining and you couldn't see what I was doing or well, you couldn't see this beautiful face. I'm gonna get high. It's been going pretty good. Been working, made money, henceforth why I'm gonna get high. Always try to hide it from YouTube for the longest time. But now to the point that like I rarely do it and like I rarely have anything on me ever. I decided like fuck it. I got a little bit. I'm just gonna smoke. I'm not gonna physically show you the act of me smoking on the channel. And if this is any example, this is my bowl, and you can tell this. Well, actually, it's hard to tell, but it's clean. Like I scraped the shit out of this a long time ago. It's probably been 4 months since I used this thing, and yeah, because I got a little bit of trees, and I was like, I want to smoke it on stream, but I was like, probably not best just to be smoking weed on stream. So I was like, I'll just do one of these things, and then just kind of do it off to the side and come back. And then what's the difference? You've all seen me high before. If any of you, especially Holly, she knows because she's been around the longest. If you watched any of the videos of me sitting in my car talking about teeth on lunch break, I was high in every single video I made. So, uh, it's not you're not going to watch this crazy evolution of me turn into like some crazy person or something. Like I do get a lot higher nowadays than I did back then because now it takes very little to get me high because I haven't smoked in a very long time compared to when I was smoking every day, all day, every day. But besides all that, life's been pretty good for me, Holly. And I've just been working and been working. I won't say a lot of hours, but there's only 3 of us delivery guys, and one of them had a grandma die right when we started, so it was only down to 2 of us, and so the 2 of us had to split all the hours. And so I just worked like every night for the last 2 weeks, which I'm not complaining with because I'm making like $120 to $135 a night delivering. So it's really dope to be able to go out for 6 hours a night and come home with $130. Hello, Tiffany. How's it going? Just making that money, now I'm obsessed with the fact of I'm making good money fast. I'm going to the bank like every other day to deposit $100 or $200 in the bank because it's like I'm getting that much money while working, and it's like, well, shit. Oh, you emailed me. What? Where did you email me? Was it to my actual email address? Because it'd be strange to think that I never remember getting an email. But I'm not too bad, Tiffany. Just that would make sense. My Instagram has a number 1 next to it, but I just anymore nowadays I'm really slow at getting to my social medias. just kind of get to them whenever I decide, like, hey, I'm gonna Instagram, or I'm gonna put some photos up, or I'm gonna something. So I sometimes don't pay attention to it when I should. But all right. Oh, you can't see it. You can't see it, but it's there. Oh, it seems so weird to have it when you're used to not having it for so long. I mean, I feel like Holly's the only one here that is physically allowed to smoke weed in Ohio, and she's just like, I just do it because I can't, because you're because of what you got going on. But I'm over here breaking the law, breaking the law. I'm a stone cold smoking machine. Just haven't really done it for a while, so I gotta take it easy and be responsible with it. Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh wow! Oh, I'm trying elementary school. So, how's everybody else's life is going? It's been like a week or two or 4 or 9 or 12. I don't really remember, but it's been a little while. They think that I'm Tom Cruise. Tom Cruise. But bitch, I'm Bobby with that tool. Wow. The other thing that's gonna fuck with me a little bit is the fact that this thing is so clean that when I hit this first time, it's gonna be like really hot smoke because it's a clean bowl, and I'm going to probably hit it really strong thinking I'm hitting a bowl that's not really clean. But how many people out there partake in marijuana activities, whether it's a full-time thing or just a part-time thing, or maybe it was a you did it but now you don't? I'm sure that at least everybody's out there has tried it, and if you haven't tried it, then I almost commend you for having the ability to somehow make it this far in life without ever like having somebody offer it to you, or you just having the ability to say no instead of be like, sure. I used my beard product stuff today for the first time. It's why my beard is all like super puffy, if you like it. I Yeah, and see that's why it's like you legally you legally can do it. You can physically like do whatever you got to do to get high, kind of thing, and it's all right. It's like even another guy I know has just got his medical card because he broke his leg, and he was showing it to me the other day, and it is like fucking blew my mind to physically see an actual marijuana medical card that he can actually take to a somewhere in a very specialized place in Ohio, and he can go literally just buy weed with his fucking medical shit. And it's just like, what? I mean, I'm happy. I'm glad that he can do it, that he's got it. It actually helps him. But it's just the fact that I've never physically seen like a real legal card that physically is like legit. A lot of people would always be like, "Oh, I got my marijuana card," and it'd always look like non-legit at all. And you'd be like, "Yeah, I'm sure that works." It's fucking something you printed off the internet and you just walk around making yourself feel cool. Like, oh look, I got this card, I can get in. And it's like, I don't think so. But his, on the other hand, is legit. So, but we got some stuff going on later tonight, and that's not for another 50 minutes or so. So I figured I'd at least get on and stream for the 50 minutes that I have now. So at least you guys have some form of seeing my face. I was supposed to do it last night, I think it was. Yeah, well, I mean, I was supposed to stream last night, yeah, but uh, I ended up getting a computer from a buddy of mine that needed some work done to it. It wasn't actually that the computer needed work, it was that there was a program on it that wasn't running. and he couldn't figure it out, and he gave it to a relative of his that does computer stuff, and his relative couldn't figure it out, so he gave it to me, and I figured it out, and it took me 2 hours to do it, but I got it done. So there's one part, and then I have the other part of it to do, um, which I'm gonna have to do tonight. That's why I can't do this stream for too long, because I need to be able to have adequate amount of time to get this the second program figured out. See, I am not the only person in my neighborhood participating in said activities. My neighbors happen, two different neighbors happen to be standing outside participating in specific activities. Almost makes you feel like that maybe says something about my neighborhood. Not too shabby. It tastes pretty good. See, and now the problem is I got my computer working and I turned it on, and it's been on now for the entire day. It's just sat here and done nothing pretty much. I mean, I did do some stuff to it, but it's just sitting here running with me not doing anything. And it's like, then you wonder why I turn it on when I want to use it and I can't get the damn thing to work. It's because whenever it works, I don't do anything with it. It just sits here. But I'm also like afraid to start a game because, like I said, knowing me, I'll be halfway through something important that I don't want to lose, and my fucking computer would stop working, and I'd be like, "Oh, great." There's a lot of options of how I can go about getting another graphics card. No sleep till. I don't know if Rachel will be here. I don't know who will be here and who won't be here tonight because I haven't been doing it long enough. But I feel like some people probably aren't overly making sure that I'm streaming. At the same time that I know that like Joe usually enjoys watching streams and Rachel obviously likes watching streams. So I'm not sure if they're going to eventually get on and watch. Hopefully they don't decide to get on like right when I'm about to end my stream because that's probably what will happen. That's actually why I'm really surprised out of everybody that Tiffany's here because Tiffany is normally the one that shows up like 15 minutes before my stream ends. And I feel bad because it's like, I know you just came to see me, but I'm leaving. The sun will come out tomorrow. I bet your bottom dollar that tomorrow. Some I forget the rest of the song from there, and then I just remember it goes tomorrow, tomorrow, I'll love you tomorrow. That's only a day away. I mean, that's one hit. I took one hit. I'm already singing fucking whatever I love you tomorrow song. Somebody else talk in the chat. Why you guys don't talk to me? Oh. So, let's see. Yeah, that is actually. Now that I think about it, it's like if there is any bit of that song that's like before or after what the part that I sang, I have no idea what it is either. I only know that part. Oh man, wait, what's today? Oh no, did I fuck up? Oh damn it, I fucked up. the 15th of this month was supposed to be my 2 week garden update, which obviously, and it's the 16th today, so that means tomorrow will be the 17th, which means it will be 2 days behind. But I will release that tomorrow instead because I'm impressed. For first time garden, it is looking fantastic. There are some rabbits or something that got to my green beans. And they ate the leaves off of them, so that was not nice. But I mean, I think the plant's still growing. I'm not 100% sure on that. The cucumbers seem like my cucumbers seem like they want to grow, but I don't know, they're kind of struggling at the same time. So I don't know if they're gonna really end up growing or if they're just gonna die for some reason. But my potatoes, all my potatoes have blown up, like flourished. My corn failed horribly, and I only got 2 pieces of corn. I got my hydroponics or my aquaponics small setup set up. I got lettuce growing. I've got onions growing. I've got corn growing, even though I've only got 2 stalks, and potatoes and cucumbers and something else. But I got a few things. I got like 6 or 7 things growing. And actually, everything looks pretty good. But besides everybody kind of grew real fast, and now they just seem to be the same size. But some aren't really like changing colors or anything, so I can't tell if they're ever actually gonna grow or if they're gonna die. Like I don't know what's going on exactly. But everything besides my goddamn potatoes, my potatoes have blown the fuck up. As soon as I got them in the dirt, dude, it was like potato. You busted your ass cleaning all day today? Well, that doesn't sound like a fun time at all. Rachel spends I don't remember exactly what day it is. It might be Sunday, but it might not be Sunday. It might be Friday. I can't remember. She spends one day every single week, same day every week. She cleans her entire house from like top to bottom. And sometimes, she might have cleaned this part. She did this kind of cleaning on this week, so she'll do this kind of cleaning on this week. But for the most part, still like fully cleans the house and everything. That blows my mind because it's like, dude, I clean my house like once a month, let alone even the thought of spending 4 days a month cleaning my house. And she also has a child, so baby man makes a little bit of a mess, but still at that, she likes it. You can tell she likes cleaning. That's why she does it. And I don't like cleaning. And henceforth shows you why I don't do it. I don't want to clean. And I got that damn song stuck in my head. I just keep wanting to say, the sun will come out tomorrow. Oh, see, nope, can't do it. Can't clean every day. Couldn't do it. I'd just be like, nah, it's clean. I cleaned it yesterday. Why would I clean it today? That's how my life goes. And then it's like, well, I cleaned it last week. Why would I clean it now? And 2 weeks would go by. And I'm like, God, it's only been 2 weeks. You fucking ain't that dirty. You can definitely tell I'm a man and not a woman. I'm not trying to be sexist by that, but it's because women always like a clean house, and guys are just kind of like, it's a house, I could live in it. Why not? Some guys can be clean, but it's a rarity. It's more rare to find a guy that's all like, I like clean houses, because then it's just like, I guess that's probably all you got to enjoy in your life, I guess, because I enjoy having fun and going out and doing stuff with people and riding things and blowing things up and breaking things and shooting guns and all kinds of stuff. Almost said men stuff, but then I'd be horribly being sexist then, because obviously that's stuff that women can do as well. But just stuff I would attribute more toward a man being enjoyment of it. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. You have children. Yeah, children definitely make messes. Children is how you say children in Ebonics, if you didn't know that. It's children. I got my children, but it would be better if I had like a Georgia kind of accent, because then I could totally be like it would flourishly roll out of my mouth in a more perfect children. But oh yeah, and that was the other thing. I went to Mike's birthday party at Rachel and Mike's house last Friday, and we played a bunch of cornhole all night, which was fun. But the four of us guys were all standing there playing cornhole for literally like 3 hours straight. And I realized like mid game that I was the only person out of all four of those guys who didn't have children. And I was like, oh man, I feel like a loser now. No, I'm at these parties where there's kids, and I'm the one that doesn't have a kid. Uncle Matt, you know him. He's just off doing his own thing in life. But you know, obviously, when the right woman comes along and wants to have my children, you know, I'm sure it will happen one day. It just seems very hit or miss nowadays. Man, that's what's funny. It seems so shallow of me when I think about it, but it's the truth. Like when I think about what I liked the most about high school, because you hate high school. I hated high school. And so to think even now being like, I wish I could go back to high school. I don't. I hated high school. High school was not fun for me. And it wasn't that I didn't have a fun time in high school, because I did. I had a lot of fun. But it was just like I didn't ever try with my grades. And so, it was one of those things where I just kind of gave up on the actual institution side of school and used it for the being able to talk to people and being a social butterfly as my main goal and objective from high school. Uh, but it was like girls, man. It was so easy to get a girlfriend in high school. Like I would see her in the hallway, or I'd have a class with her or something. Like there'd always be some form of reason why I would be, pursuing them in the first place, anyways. But it'd be because they were obviously like around me at some point, and I was like, I like this girl. So it's like I went through all of high school. I probably dated like, I'm not even trying to be egotistical here. I didn't have this massive beard, so you have to remember there's baby face mats behind this, and girls used to find that attractive. But but I had probably dated like 300 girls throughout high school, which sounds very shallow, and I will understand that is true. But still, the fact that the moment that high school is over, it's like it's such a struggle. And it's like, fucking hell. I never really tried very hard to find a girl over like Facebook or anything that like wants to date me, because it's um, I feel weird. I feel like that's gonna be our story. Like my mom and dad met as friends in a bar, and my dad was dating my mom's best friend for a really long time, and then um, they split up, and she got together with some other guy, and as she was dating this other guy, then my dad seemed like he was interested in my mom, and so my mom asked her if it was okay. And since the girl had like moved on to this other guy, my mom and my dad started dating, and then they got married, and then they had kids, and now they're still together, and they've both been married for 50 years. Um, so like that's at least an interesting story of like how two people meet in life. But like, what am I gonna? My life's gonna be when I'm old. My kids are gonna be telling their kids, be like, "Oh, grandma and grandpa met on the internet." Ooh, I don't know. I just feel like it feels weird to like me to try to like. Then on top of that, then you see all these girls all over Facebook who constantly complaining about all they ever do is get hit on by guys, and it's like, well, then how would I ever even make an attempt at a girl? because then everybody's just gonna instantly think that I'm just fucking hitting on her this whole time, trying to kiss them. So it's like, internet's whatever. So then it comes down to I don't really go anywhere. There's really nowhere for me to go. My one and only girlfriend, Rachel, happens to have more guy friends than she has girlfriends. I mean, she has girlfriends, but most of them are married or engaged or just in a relationship. And yeah, so that kind of rules out most of those girls. And then like I said, then it's like okay, now I gotta go out there and find one, but I don't go anywhere. So like, how does that work? I'm gonna be single forever. That's how I feel like how that works. Like, well, you have to be somewhere to meet a girl. You don't go anywhere. It's a So, but would you say that like when you and Robbie originally met on Facebook, were you guys like meeting as in like, hi, I'm interested in you, or was it like just like a you were just talking as friends kind of thing, and then it eventually turned into um, like you guys actually becoming something? But I don't know. Again, like I said, I guess it's just one of those things. You just gotta wait and see and hope that life works out the way it's supposed to. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is any better than what I was saying. Yeah, see, at least then that's okay, because at least it wasn't like he openly was like trying to get in your pants from like the beginning of the from him contacting you kind of thing, or you contacting him. Um, huh, interesting. I lost my like. I'm not really sure how that happens, to be completely honest, but um, I don't know. Half the time I think about the fact that I still got a lot of stuff in my own life I need to figure out, let alone before I even try to involve myself with somebody else. But then it's like maybe it would be more helpful and easier for me to maybe make some bigger life adjustment changes if I had a girlfriend because I would have to be more grown up, you know? But even though I said Facebook was bad, I originally met my ex girlfriend on YouTube. So, I mean, it's the same thing, but that was even the same with her and me. And we kind of like laughed about it. And unfortunately, I did, she was literally just somebody who reached out to me on a video. She honestly, Holly, at one point, she was pretty much like you. She was just a girl who randomly commented on a video of mine one day. And I happened to be sitting there on lunch. I don't remember if it was a before or after I had already ate. So like I or before and after I had already recorded like the vlog or whatever. But it was like her just asking like questions about dentures and needing help because she liked the fact that I was close to her age and all sorts of stuff. So I started talking to her. And right then, when I started talking to her, I had zero thoughts or even, one really had the time to think like this is a girl that I could like date. Like I had no idea what she looked like. Only thing I could see was her profile picture, which at the time I don't even remember what the fuck that was. It was like a something. It wasn't even like a person, so it wasn't like it really helped out much. And she just asked me these questions for a really long time, and then it got to a point where we talked so much about dentures all the time that we literally just carried a normal conversation half the days. And then not naturally after like couple months of talking to her every day, just about everything. Started getting to the point where I realized like the days that we didn't do that, I didn't like not doing it. I'd already had her Facebook, so I know what she looked like. We started FaceTiming. I'd say FaceTiming, but it's really not FaceTime when you use fucking Instagram. But regardless, we video chatted with each other. Um, yeah, and finally I just asked her to be my girlfriend because I was like, I mean, you're not anywhere around me at the moment, but it don't matter to me. Uh, so that's how that horrible nightmare started. Obviously, we know how it ended. So I had a lot of good moments, a lot of times that I did enjoy, as much as I don't like to admit those things. I did. There was still a lot of that relationship I enjoyed, and I did care for her quite a lot. So I mean, like it was, you know, it was all right. But then it happened the way everything happened, and so it's just kind of like yeah, whatever. Can't change the life. My life is my life is a story. That's why I fucking vlog. I'm like, dude, if somebody watched my fucking life as like a drama series, a lot of people would probably be really sucked into it. And it's funny because honestly, I don't like drama at all. Like I know everybody who says this is usually the people who don't, but I'm being for real when I say that I literally stay as far away from drama as possible. It's the point where the last time I had real physical drama in my life to the point where I was like, oh shit, this isn't cool. This isn't a cool feeling being in this situation. It was like years ago. Yo, I don't lie. People, the the truth of the matter is, I'm a very honest person, and I've said this a lot on here, and a lot of people don't. They're just like whatever, and you can say you're honest doesn't really mean you're honest, but like I'm honest to the point where I'm gonna tell you what you need to hear, whether you want to hear it or not. Like I'm that kind of person. I know some people don't like that, and that's fine. And if I'm not meant for you, then that's also fine. But I don't have the understanding in my brain as to why I would lie or say some you know um, I don't just like if I understand there's a time to be nice to somebody, like if you're depressed about some shit, but like it's still the fact of like people get mad around me. I'm usually the one that tells them the reason why they shouldn't be mad because it's somehow their fault if it was their fault, I think. And then people just kind of start to realize like, oh shit, yeah, I guess that's right. So that's just kind of how I am. I'm just truthfully, brutally honest to people. So a lot of the times when people have big, deep decisions they got to make, they'll bring me into their thought process. Obviously, by talking to me, texting me, be like, "What you think about this?" Because they know that the wisdom bestowed upon them from my mouth is going to be honest of what I feel like them doing that situation. I got a lot. I got a buddy of mine that was very entrepreneurially. He wants to start a business. He wants to do something, but it's every like 3 to 6 months it changes what it is that he wants to do, and he for the longest time, I gave him like all I'm not saying that I don't believe in him, and that's just the main part. Especially if you ever watch this, like, do not think that I don't think that you have the ability to do it. It's the fact of it changes so often that it's getting to the point where I'm not sure when you're actually going to ever be serious about something and actually do it. So it's just a point now when he says like, "Oh, you know what I want to do? I want to start doing this," and then I'm always like, "Yeah, but let's think about the 7 other things that you were going to do before this that you're now not doing." And Snapchat's always so loud. I don't understand why. It tells you when somebody's typing to you. Like, why? Okay, thanks. Thanks for letting me know. It's like a pre-warning to getting a text. It'd be like if your phone buzzed and you looked at it and nothing was there, and then it buzzed a second later and there was a text there. It's like the same thing. It's like, oh, somebody's texting you, and then it's like, oh, by the way, you got a new Snapchat. And it's like, thank you. Thank you, phone, because I love that so much. I hardly use Snapchat. Yeah, so I mean, brutally honest, and I like it. I like it that people know me for this because it's a good thing to have, but it's true. I mean, trust me, I do the same thought process of what I would do for somebody else for myself. That's why a lot of times people say I'm really hard on myself, but it's just because I'm thinking about it like legitimately. There's no beating around the bush. If I'm being a fucking idiot for doing something, then I'm being an idiot for doing something. Like that's where it goes, you know. Um, but yeah, I try my hardest to make sure that everybody gets good solid advice. I obviously mean zero offense to it, and that's why, at least fortunately by this point, my friends all understand that I'm only looking out for your interests if I give you advice different than that of what you feel you should be doing or you want to do or something like that, just because it's a fact. It's like that's how I feel because I care about you and I don't want to lie to you and be like, yeah, do it, and then think, and then shit doesn't go right, and then I feel horrible because I lied and said feelings I didn't feel. So it's just like I just fucking rather tell you, even if you don't like it, you get mad. It's like, well, man, at least now you know how I feel about it. But like I said, most people don't really get mad because obviously, if they're coming to me and asking me for my advice, they're usually wanting to know, they want another opinion. So, um, but sometimes I can't really particularly remember a moment, but I'm sure there was a moment where I gave some really shitty advice that did not help the situation. But if it happened to somebody who never talked to me again after that because I'd never heard anybody tell me. Then I gave him shitty advice. So I'm like, that should be my profession. Matt Freeman, he gives you advice. I can't even think of a word or a phrase that would even make sense to think of like some fancy name for a guy who gives somebody advice. I mean, I guess that's what a lawyer does, but they give you more legal advice. Damn. My eyes look the same color in the video. Hello, Joel, and hello, Robbie. I was not ignoring you, Joel, and obviously Robbie just showed up, but I just was talking. Get to talking, and I stopped paying attention to things. I do enjoy that everybody's got blue names. Besides Joel, I apologize. You know what's funny? I swear that Mark and Michael both saw that stream and they've refused to get on ever since because they don't want to lose their thing. Because I've been waiting. I still got like in the back of my head, like the moment that one of those guys shows up to say hello, I'm going to unmoderate them because we all agreed that they don't deserve to be a moderator if they don't show up. So they haven't showed up ever since. Like, I mean, they didn't show up that they hadn't shown up for a couple of weeks prior to the conversation we had, but still, it's like, I guess also I could use the fact that I haven't been streaming, so they haven't been able to watch something that I'm not doing, but whatever. I'm here now, damn it. Oh, my back, my achy back. Oh, shit. God, Snapchat. I know that sounded like a stoner moment, like I had forgotten that I got into Snapchat. I was just remembering. Wait, how does that work out? 750 times 5 divided by 4. Really? Really? Did you know? You know that I'm streaming. And then you call me because you're like, oh, he's not busy. No, no. What would he ever be doing? I'm not going to answer the phone. Did everybody leave? Is my stream crashing or what? It said that there was like 3 or 4 people, and then it went all the way down to 1. I'm not answering the phone. Oh my. No! Don't call me while I'm streaming. Oh, Robbie. My ex-girlfriend is calling me currently. She keeps calling me because she knows I'm streaming. She's just like, oh, I'm just gonna call him anyways, because she's gonna. I guarantee she's gonna call me back in a fucking second. 600 or 750. Interesting. Money works in weird ways. Ba, ba, ba. Man, see, it keeps. I keep getting getting a person that drops. So it says there's one person watching, and then it goes to 2, and it goes back to 1. It's like I don't know if it's on my end. I mean, Robbie said that he's still here, so he would be the one, I'd assume, since no one else is talking in the chat. But at the same time, there has been nights where it told me there was only one person, and I had like 4 people talking to me in chat. So it's like I don't know. I don't know. It's we only got like 15 minutes left before I have to get off here. Ah. All right, why you guys gotta do this while I'm on the streaming? See, it was this, and then there's still, Joel says he's still here, and Kendra put a heart, and I I don't know. My fucking my stream's just weird, I guess. I don't know. Anyways, I just don't want to keep paying attention to my phone because now I'm not actually talking. I only have 15 minutes left. I should end it with 15 minutes of paying attention instead of on the phone. Robbie, be nice. Be nice. And she's whatever at this point. Ah, well, that was a very interesting night we've just had. Even though, I mean, it should be another hour long, and I'm still sad to think that it's only got fucking 15 minutes left or so. But it's what happens when you become a busy person. You know, well, no, what really more sucks. Um, what? Don't, Kendra, calm down. Calm down, people. This chat is not to be mean. We can be civil with people. Uh, oh man, it's so I got two things going on at the same time. My brain is like, Kendra, you unfortunately do not really have much say as to who can be what. Robbie is is with Holly. I mean, it just makes they're just their thing. So it's, see, Kendra, I feel like you're like trying to make him do something. Don't know why you have to get all mad at Robbie in the first place. Now there's four people here. Wow. Yeah, well, okay. He doesn't have a very good what would you call it? Fucking um yeah, well, Robbie's looking out for me, Kendra. It's like a brother from another mother. So he's a little jumpy. He he just wants to. So he's just you're taking this out of proportions. Just let it go. You could just let it go. You know, I think that's what you just gotta. I'm also high, so I mean, my brain's just kind of like I don't want to fight nobody. Oh my god! Don't be so dramatic. Do you good? You good? Yeah. Okay. Look, I'll give you that. He did start it. 100%. 100%. But look, even though he's laughing and stuff, he's still being more civil about it. He has opinions. You have an opinion. Obviously, you have now shared your opinion of Robbie in the comments, and we all fully understand how you feel. And now it's mutual. Now you both understand how you feel, and we're gonna go on from here. Cool? Cool? No, now you're just antagonizing. I just backed you up, and now you pull this. Well, I one day I had a civil chat. Just ignore it then. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to talk about. I was enjoying the mini drama in the. What? Why? Oh wait, guess what? Somebody is typing to me in Snapchat. No, it's not like a hidden innuendo of like somebody, but no, I mean it's just I just find it really dumb that Snapchat tells you that somebody's texting you and then sends you the Snapchat and like tells you then afterwards. Like, oh hey, guess what? Somebody's texting you. Oh wait, guess what? Now here somebody just messaged you. I burnt my face somehow and all that. Like I don't know if I wasn't paying attention or if like a little fucking cherry off my cigarette like blew off of this fan into my face, but it's just like, ow, my face hurts. And then I started feeling it and I got a little bump and it stings like I got burnt. And it's like, what the fuck? Burnt my fucking face. Didn't even know how that happened. Oh Lord. Okay, wait a minute. Kendra, you lost any form of privileges of being a moderator just because you've been a part of my channel for a long time doesn't mean that the history between you and I'm going to be completely forgotten and I'm just going to make you a moderator because you feel like you should be. That's not. What are you doing? Kendra, you want to be blocked. You want to be blocked. Why are you doing? I will block you. I'm not afraid, Kendra. I have no idea why you're being like this at all. It is not you. I'm fucking hovering over it. You apologize right fucking now. Or I'm gonna put your ass in timeout. That sounded weirdly dirty. Now that I say it, it was like it kind of felt like a creep saying it. Did anybody else get a creep vibe from that? Oh, put you in timeout. They should really change that. That feels dirty. I don't know why. Okay, maybe it was the way I said it or something. Not really sure. So now there's five people. Is this gonna be a whole thing, isn't it? And it's fucking. Oh man, why are you being mean? I don't. You change in the last 6 months or something? Like what the fuck? Being all fucking rude. I apologize for you to Holly. I mean, I'm sorry, Holly. I didn't know shit was gonna go down like this. Shit's going down. Florida sucks. No one wants to go to Florida because it sucks. Maybe if it was a vacation. It's too hot. It's muggy. It rains a lot, and and there's hurricanes. And I don't like hurricanes. I think I just live in Ohio the rest of my life. I never really thought about it much until these last few weeks, and then it's just kind of like I really want to move, but everywhere else sucks. Like there's always something bad. Like there's more bad stuff everywhere else in this country than there is just here. And it's like I'm already used to here. I might as well just stay here. It's like Tornado Alley ruins a whole bunch of states. Then you got like the whole western, northern, western part of the country that's got fucking fires that burn your house down once every 10, 15 years. Then you have California, which is extremely overpopulated to begin with, and then on top of that, they have like earthquakes, and sooner or later they will just like fall into the sea, and so it just doesn't make sense to be there either. Obviously, there's more stuff north than us, but then we have the problem of I don't really like the snow that I get here, let alone move to a state that gets more snow. Like if somebody was like, "You should move to Maine," I'd be like, "No," because they get way more snow than us, and it's way colder, and then I'd be like, "That's not what I want." I like it to be warmer, but then again, if I go like down South Carolina, North Carolina, then we got hurricanes again because all of Florida and all the fucking eastern seaboard is all hurricane or fucking that you get a lot of hurricanes through there. So it's like okay, then you truly sit down and think about it. It's like Ohio has a tornado maybe like once a year, and it's rarely ever like a tornado that actually does a lot of damage. Um, and besides the snow being 6 months, freezing cold and snow being 6 months of the year, it's it's not really bad. I mean, summer. I mean, it's a acceptable, and then you have about a month and a half of rain, of rain slash cold and somewhat warm temperatures, and then you finally get to where we are now, which is hot as balls. It's like supposed to be 90 tomorrow or some shit. Um, so be hot as shit, and it's gonna be hot as shit for like a month and a half, and then uh, the last month is just fucking fall, rainy, cold, getting cold, back to where snow for 6 months. That's what I hate the most. Is it's like I want that warm temperature feeling to be like 6 months, and then I could do the snow. Like if it was actually hot through all of spring, summer, and fall. Oh my god, it'd be amazing. But it never is. So you deal with 6 months of cold and bullshit. Then fucking spring comes and it's still fucking chilly. But the sun's out, so at least it's nice. You can do something. And then summer hits and you're like, yeah, and a month and a half goes by and it's like it's gonna get chilly, and it's like, what? It make no sense. The warm weather just like disappeared one day. And then the cold comes, and the cold comes and stays for even longer, and it's just like, I am not a snow person. Who am I? I am dumb sometimes. I will admit that. And make processes aren't correct. And they do sometimes make me laugh. I'll hit you with do something I forget what I was gonna say. Oh, yeah, but Georgia. See, I'm trying to think now. Where is Georgia? I guess Georgia still could get hit with the. No, Georgia is part of Tornado Alley. I'm pretty sure. I think Georgia is the end of Tornado Alley. There's just a lot of. There's a lot of. But there's also like animals. There's different animals in Georgia that will kill you. Just like I'm so used to what Ohio's got, and the fact that we really don't have very many animals out there that like would truly kill you. I mean, there are, but I'm meaning like it's very few. Like I hardly, rarely would you ever see one. I don't know. I don't know. But could you? What are you talking? Is there like a hidden message thing going on here that I somehow? Whoa, whoa, holy shit! There was literally the chat went for so long, it didn't catch up. The first thing I saw was Georgia's pretty good, but that's all I wow. Oh, Joe, that's funny. Goodbye, Robbie. Goodbye, Holly. Sorry for everything. Well, Kendra's on some shit right now or something. You know, she's all fucked up. And she wonders why people are mean to her. Yeah, you guys straight up chatted so much, so fast that my chat didn't update. And then Joe's comment popped up, and then as soon as I touched the scroll thing, a whole bunch of chat blew up. Just like everything was there. I was like, holy shit. Breaking my systems over here, bros. Oh man, I gotta pee. Which realistically, I was only supposed to be going till 10 o'clock anyways, because I do have to fix this computer, which, like I said, I have already been fixing it. I got everything to work like it's supposed to. I just need to get the other program. Like, I haven't even attempted to get the other program on the computer yet, so it's just a matter of doing that and getting it working. I think it'll be the fastest I ever fucking cracked a fucking bootleg system in my life. Spent 2 hours last night. Fucking got the thing working perfectly, which, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. There's a guy that gives you all the steps in a Word document, and then there's a video where he kind of shows you how to do shit. But I mean, like, it was confusing, and he was not well read in English, so his words didn't make a whole lot of sense sometimes. And so I just was like, well, let's just go with the basics of what I know. And I just slowly started doing stuff. And then I realized that it was like pretty much any game on PC that you had to mod back in the day. You had to actually get into like the program files and actually physically like move things, change things, you know, add things, do all this shit to it. And then it just tricks the program into thinking that you own it on disk, and it just works as a normal computer program. And it's just like, that's awesome that I know how to do that. Well, see, that's the thing, is like, it's not that Matt. Well, I mean, let's get this right off the bat. I'm going to say something to him, but obviously I know it's Matt, and he's just going to use what he's got. But the computer that Matt Bishop gave me to work on is a Windows XP computer that's got Windows 10 on it. So it is a very, very, very old computer, and it gets really hot when it's on. So it's because Windows 10 is way more powerful than what was ever designed to be on that fucking that computer to begin with. So the program that he has having issues with not working on his computer, I thought maybe it was meant to work on Windows XP, but I realized the program itself was. You are not still streaming, but no, I forgot. So the so yeah, the program itself was from 2013. So that means that realistically Windows 10 was out by the time that program was released. So realistically, the program technically runs better now because it's running on Windows 10. But he said that somebody at one time upgraded his computer from Windows XP to Windows Vista, which realistically that is a doable thought. But even at that point, Vista would still run more stuff than that XP computer would have been able to stay up with. Like the computer year model is the computer model year was 2000, so it's a 20-year-old computer running on Windows 10. It obviously does it, but it also struggles. And so I just pretty much had to, like I said, I had to go in there and figure out how to get into the system files of the program and change the program over to thinking that it was an actual disk and not just like a pirated copy of this program that Matt has. And so I got it working. Like it just took me 2 hours of fucking sitting there figuring it out. But so I'm gonna tell him he should definitely update the computer, even if he went out and bought a small end, like $300 laptop. It would run that program that he's running like flawlessly, and it wouldn't be like it's going to be to the point where this computer that he gave me, I mean, I just literally from using it for 2 hours, it was like, this thing doesn't have long. Like, he said that he had a family member that did computer stuff, like a brother-in-law or something. I don't remember what the fuck he said, but, and, right? That's what I'm saying. I can't be talking. I'm still live streaming. I'm going to be ending the stream soon, but I'm at least smoking my cigarette and I'm talking about computers. But whoever put this computer, like so he said that he gave it to whoever it was, his cousin, brother-in-law, somebody, I don't really remember now. But he gave it to somebody, and when they got it, they said that the computer hard drive was trash and that they had to buy a new one, and the new one was like a new one, so they put Windows 10 on it. But like, you can't tell me that me, as a non-true professional computer type person who literally just deals with the computer issues and stuff that I have to deal with, and obviously that helps out to the point when if I need to help somebody else out with, if I got to help somebody else out with something they need with a computer, I usually have a good grasp because I've done a fucking ton of shit with my own computer life. But I would know enough to know that if you put a brand new hard drive with Windows 10 on it inside of an old ass computer, it's going to make that computer run twice as fucking hard as it ever did, because it's trying to keep up with something new that isn't new, and it's going to die really fast. It's got very short life to it. I can tell just from how it runs and how hot it gets. The whole computer is running so hot that the fan can't keep up, and the fan ends up overheating and shutting off because it's like a safety feature of the fan that if the motor inside the fan overheats, it turns off. Well, if the computer itself gets so hot that it overheats that fucking motor, then the fan turns off, and then it just sits there, and it's just fucking radiating heat. And it's like, oof, that's not good. Computers run hot. That's no surprise. There's most computers are running around the 120, 130 area, which sounds really hot, and it is truly, that is hot, but that's kind of just what computers do. They get hot when they run. That's why you have a lot of fans, and you mess with your voltage of your fans. That way you get more RPMs, which give you obviously more air. It's also called overclocking. It's one of many things you can overclock. And and his computer's overclocking because it's trying to keep up with a Windows program it was never ever designed to have. And I kind of explained that slightly to him before I left the house, in the sense of I was like, it goes like this. It's Windows XP, Windows Vista, Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 10. Okay. Now, if you want to call it, Linux was in there too, but it's not really the same. Anyways, so you have these 5 things. Okay. This computer was built with this one, and it's running on this one. So it's a big difference. That's a lot of. It's to the point where the sound card on the computer won't even allow you to play sound through the speakers, because Windows 10 can't find a driver available to run the speakers that are in that computer. And the reason they can't find that is because they haven't needed that since Windows XP. So that's why when the computer ran on Vista, it worked, because the drivers, it could look back 1 year and find the old drivers that it needed to run. But now it's on Windows 10, and Windows 10 looks back, and it's like, I've looked back like 3 years and I can't find it. And it's like, yeah, it's because it's like fucking 20-year-old fucking technology that you're trying to look for. And yeah, I mean, it exists somewhere out there. I'm sure I could get on a website to find the sound driver for him so he can get his fucking computer running. But like I said, it don't have much life in it anyways, with how it's running anyways. If I add another system that's going to take even more out of the computer, it's just going to be even faster that it fucking dies. So I'm just going to simply tell him when I give it to him, like, look, I'm not saying it's going to be like instantaneous. You're going to use it and like a week later it's going to die. But like, this computer is definitely limited on days. Like, if one day it could just not work because it's going to get so hot that it's going to melt something in there that's going to fuck it up. I've been down this road. I've had computers overheat and they melt. A lot of times what happens is the little metal, like, epoxy. It's like a metal epoxy that they put down before they put the CPU down on the motherboard. That's only rated to like 125 degrees. So if your computer gets hotter than that, it melts that adhesive and the CPU becomes dislodged. And actually, the first time I ever learned that was on an Xbox 360, because Xbox 360 had the red ring of death. And the red ring of death was caused by the Xbox overheating and the CPU becoming unglued from the motherboard. So when my Xbox, I'm going to say this like I did this all on purpose, but realistically it was pure luck how things happen. But my Xbox 360 got the red ring of death after like 3 years of owning it. I was in the middle of playing a game. I raged over the fact that the Xbox shut off because I probably was doing good, or maybe I wasn't. I just got mad. I don't know. I was a very violent gamer back in the day. So I took my left hand and I swung it around and I punched my Xbox because I knew what the red ring of death was. I knew what was the cause of the red ring of death. So seeing it, I realized, like, okay, my computer or my Xbox just got really hot and the CPU came unglued. Well, from punching it, it actually fell off of my dresser and landed. So the motherboard and then the CPU that would be on top of it was laying up like this. And I guess, as I'm going to guess, because like I said, I'll make this sound like I did it on purpose, even though I really don't know how it happened. But I guess when I hit it, I relodged the CPU back into the motherboard and the adhesive cooled down and it re-glued itself because it hit the floor and I was really mad. So I let it sit there for like a couple minutes. But after like 5 minutes, I was like, you idiot, you just like probably destroyed this Xbox beyond like any form of actual repair. Like, I could get in there and re-glue it shut. There's nothing that says I can't do it, but it's just the fact of, like, in the moment I was really angry and I punched it instead. And like I said, because of pure coincidence, the Xbox was perfectly fine. And on top of that, it worked for another like 8 years after that because it was, realistically, it still works. It's just sitting up there and it hasn't been plugged in for a lot of years. But it's still the fact of, like, it was just the pure bullshit that I just happened to hit it so fucking hard that it actually lodged the CPU back in place. And it lucked out that I didn't have to go out and buy a new Xbox because the warranty on the Xbox 360 is up after 2 years. And obviously, it was longer than 2 years. So give me a moment. I really need to get off of here. So I can actually work on this computer, but I still got so many things to fix in my life, and I don't even know where to start. I got projects. See, that's how it always works. Is I got a project that I'm like, I'm gonna build this, or I'm gonna do this with this, and like I just try to do something crazy and fun, and then something that I care about breaks, and then I'm stuck with having to fix it. Now my camera's broken. I don't know how to fix it. The lens doesn't eject properly, and so the camera's doesn't work anymore. And I'm not. I mean, I might be good with computers, but now we're talking cameras. You're really twisting my chain here. That fucking here. I'll show you up in the up close here. If I turn on the camera, the battery is dead. But if I turn on the camera, oh, actually, surprisingly, it actually came out. But there, as you can see, it did not shut all the way. So something's getting bound up inside the camera. And unfortunately, sometimes when the camera comes out, it comes on and tells me that there was a lens error, because obviously the lens doesn't come out properly. And then after the lens error thingy comes up, then it's just like, oh, hey, camera can't work because your lens doesn't work. And it's like, God damn it. And then the computer, obviously, my computer that I have to fix. But all fun things to do in time, my people. Anyways, I'm going to go because, like I said, I need to get to going on to working on this computer over here. But I hope everybody enjoyed tonight. I apologize for the drama that ensued in the comments. It will not be happening again. I just was trying to see if we could all get along, and instead we had a fucking shit show going on. But I appreciate everybody anyways. That was nice, and we're just trying not to be mean. Anyways, if you guys like this video, a like would be much appreciated. If you're new to the channel, you should subscribe to keep up with cool content like this. That's a little bit harder to make when I work nights, but we're getting it. We'll do it. And if you're already part of the channel, share the video. Show the people that I came back and I did it again. Another night, another stream. How amazing am I? I am pretty good. I gotta go work on this computer, finish it up so I can get back to Matt. And I won't see you guys tomorrow, but I might see you on Friday because it's my next day off. So, okay, goodbye. I keep forgetting I got hit twice.